She was my baby.
With a broken heart, Nora Whitehead is sharing her pain, the loss of her 31-year-old daughter, Cheyenne Medrano.
Alright, so look, man. Before I start the video, I do want to say rest in peace to Cheyenne and condolences to her family and friends. But this story takes place in Houston, Texas. Shout out to everybody in Houston. Me, myself, I'm more familiar with Dallas, Texas. But I for sure had my fair share of good times in Houston as well. But nonetheless, Cheyenne, 31-year-old woman from Houston, Texas. According to her mother, she was in a relationship with a guy. They broke up. She felt bad about herself, so she wanted to get surgery. More specifically, I think it was liposuction. You know what? Correction. It was a BBL, Brazilian butt lift. Which, that's a pretty normal surgery, right? There's nothing major. Lots of women do it. But the problem here is Cheyenne decided to get this surgery done in Mexico because it was cheaper. And you know how the saying goes, you get what you pay for. Sometimes the cheaper option actually becomes the more expensive option because the quality just isn't the same. Yeah, I could go get a bath cloth from the dollar store, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. But if I go somewhere like Bed Bath & Beyond, I'm going to spend more money on the bath cloth, but it will for sure be better quality. And in the long term, it will be the cheaper option because I wouldn't have to keep replacing bath cloths every other week because they're so thin and get wore out so fast. But ultimately, that's the situation here. Cheyenne decided to go with the cheaper option. She went to Mexico, got the surgery done, and not long after, she died from fungal meningitis. That surgery caused a fungal infection that led to her demise. And shout out to her mom, because she chose to bring the story to the light to warn other people about getting surgeries outside of the United States. But I'll go even deeper and say, rest in peace to DC Young Fly's children's mother. But if I'm not mistaken, she had her surgeries in the United States. So it really just comes down to do your research. Because at the end of the day, this is your life. Like I know earlier I gave the analogy about a bath cloth, but that's just a bath cloth, you know. It gets a few tears in it, who cares? I'll go buy another one the next day. That is something that I could afford to be cheap with. But your health, your body, if you are getting surgeries, that's something you want to invest the most money into. Because I don't think anything is wrong with surgeries. If that's what you want to do, go for it. I mean, I wouldn't get any. Ultimately, it just comes to discipline. At one point, I remember I was 295 pounds. I'm only 5'11", so add it up. I was fat as hell, right? But after a year of being dedicated in the gym, I'm at 197. Haven't looked back since. God blessed me with all of these healthy, functional organs and limbs. I'm going to put them to work. That's what they're here for. I don't need any surgery. But just like this woman here, if someone wants to get a surgery, kudos to them. I just beg of you, please at least do research. That's why some of y'all be walking around looking like the angry beavers with them big teeth, trying to find the cheapest veneers. If you're going to get a surgery, at least treat your body with some respect. But in conclusion, again, rest in peace to her. I hate this had to happen because even looking at the pictures, like, I'm going to be real, she was cool. I think they say she had a 8-year-old daughter that she left behind. Again, tragic situation all around. But that's my thoughts on it. How do you guys feel about it? Drop it in the comments, like the video, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. I'm gone.